$700 million, or if you prefer, roughly 5,850 crore rupees. I mean, it is genuinely wild to even say a number that massive out loud, but that's the estimated annual revenue of MrBeast, a creator commanding an audience of over 280 million followers. It's an astronomical figure, for sure, and it absolutely proves the immense ceiling of the creator economy. But here's the fascinating little secret I discovered while digging into this data. Financial success in this space, it isn't just about achieving massive global scale. Raw viewership is actually just a tiny piece of a much larger puzzle.
Just look at this totally counterintuitive reality when we compare these two channels. We've got Concert, a massive channel, nearly 4 million subscribers and 143 million views over the last year, right? And that's generating an estimated $50,000 to $70,000. But then, look at Akshi Srivastavaja. He has about half the subscribers and only a third of the views, just 45 million. Yet his estimated revenue is massively higher, sitting somewhere between $118,000 to $329,000. So how in the world can a channel with significantly fewer views generate double or even triple the revenue? Well, it all comes down to financial strategy.
To really make sense of this ecosystem, we're going to explore the 4 distinct revenue pillars every top creator uses: ad revenue and the niche, the power of affiliates, scaling with direct sales, and securing big brand deals. And then we'll wrap up with the 2024 Creator Blueprint to help you start building today.
All right, let's dive right into Section 1, ad revenue and the niche.
So automated ad revenue is basically the foundational income stream for creators. But as the data clearly shows, all views are absolutely not created equal. The first big divide we see is the format. Now, short-form content can definitely bring in millions of quick views and help a channel explode in popularity overnight, but it converts really poorly to actual revenue. The source data shows a striking example. 3.6 million views on short-form content might only yield a tiny return of around 3,500 rupees. You simply can't build a sustainable living on that. Compare that to long-form content. A 30-minute video allows for multiple, seamlessly integrated ads, dramatically increasing the likelihood of viewers actually clicking and engaging. Long-form is where the real ad revenue lives.
And this brilliantly illustrates the second half of the ad revenue equation. Yours exactly why a finance or tech creator with lower views will absolutely out-earn an entertainment channel with millions of views. High-volume informational searches generate almost no ads, while transactional searches act as absolute cash machines.
Moving on to pillar number 2, the power of affiliates.
Once we move beyond basic ads, creators unlock a massive multiplier effect. If you've ever bought something using a creator's trackable promo link, you've fueled this exact income stream. You get a trusted recommendation, and they get a direct cut of that transaction. It's simply earning a commission when a viewer makes a transaction by clicking a dedicated link that you provide. The beauty is, you aren't building the product yourself. You're just acting as the trusted bridge to it. So let's look at how this actually plays out in the real world. Creators strategically place links for tools they actually use right in their content descriptions. For someone in the finance and tech space, this might look like a trackable link for opening a stock investing account on Zerodha, or maybe an Amazon link for the exact Sony camera lens they're using to shoot their explainer, or even links for portfolio management tools like Smallcase or EndDummy. By seamlessly integrating these into their long-form content, creators are building this complex, permanent web of passive income that literally pays them every single day.
It is genuinely wild to discover the sheer scale of this single pillar. Ankur Warikoo shared his own channel's data, and over a single year, from about 68.5 million long-form views, his channel generated roughly 50 lakhs purely in affiliate income. Now, it does require a large, dedicated audience constantly clicking those links, but once it's established, it is a highly lucrative background revenue engine.
Which brings us to Section 3, scaling with direct sales.
Once a creator has built absolute trust with their audience, they can bypass the platform's ad algorithms and the affiliate middlemen entirely. They start converting viewers into direct customers for their own assets. We're talking things like online educational courses, custom merchandise lines, one-on-one consulting services, or even ebooks and physical books. You own the product, you own the margins, and most importantly, you own the customer relationship. This is the point where earning potential becomes completely uncapped.
And if you want to see the ultimate evolution of direct sales, look no further than MrBeast again. He leveraged his massive audience to launch his very own chocolate brand, Feastables. By relentlessly promoting his own product directly to his viewers, he generated a reported $100 million in annual revenue. Now, it definitely takes immense effort to build a brand outside of the content itself, but as you can see, the financial upside is virtually limitless.
All right, on to pillar 4, securing big brand deals.
This is very often the most lucrative pillar for specifically targeted niches, and honestly, it's super encouraging for smaller creators. Even a channel with just 10,000 to 20,000 highly targeted followers can secure 30 to 40,000 rupees for a single brand integration in a video. When you compare that to the automated AdSense revenue for those exact same views, the brand deal completely outpaces it. If you can land just a couple of these a month, you're generating a very real, very solid income stream long before you ever hit 1 million subscribers.
And obviously, as the channel grows, so do the deals. By truly owning a specific niche, creators inevitably attract influencer marketing agencies, and that leads to massive annual brand partnerships. Based on the source data, Ankur Warikoo generates roughly 4 to 5 crores annually from brand deals alone, and he explicitly notes that this is a conscious, modest choice, keeping his deals limited so he can focus on his core education startup. For creators whose primary focus is just the channel, that number can objectively scale into the double-digit crores.
Finally, we arrive at Section 5, the 2024 Creator Blueprint.
Now that we really understand how the money flows through ads, affiliates, sales, and brand deals, we have to face the most common fear for prospective creators. When looking at all these massive, established channels, you have to wonder, is it simply too late to start a channel in 2024? Is the market entirely saturated? Has the window of opportunity completely closed? Well, I was amazed to discover that the data says otherwise entirely. Just look at this number, 450 million. That is the number of Indian users accessing the platform every single month. 450 million people. When you compare that to even the largest channels in the country, it becomes obvious that there is abundant, incredible space. The audience is so incredibly vast and diverse that there is always room for new, authentic voices to carve out their own loyal following. Trust me, the pie is more than big enough.
However, just because there's an audience doesn't mean it's easy. Building this kind of empire requires a very specific mindset. The true blueprint demands a strict 2-year commitment to just learning the craft.
So, as we wrap up this explainer and you look back at those massive revenue pillars we've covered today, I want to leave you with this final provocative thought. Don't just consider what product you want to sell or what niche might make you the most money. Ask yourself, what unique, deeply authentic story are you inherently built to share with the world? Because in the creator economy of 2024, that story is exactly where the real wealth begins.